My name's Kurt Rauscher. I'm with Rauscher & Sons Boat Works, and the fellow behind the camera is one of the sons, Chris. And Chris, feel free to chime in here. What we're going to do today is we're going to do some bronze casting, and this is going to be part of this video is actually an unabashed endorsement of Wooden Boat School, because I learned how to do this bronze casting in 1 week course up there at Wooden Boat. Now, the reason that I wanted to do bronze casting is because we build a unique British-style cutter, full keel, heavy displacement cutter, and I can't find the parts that I need, the metal parts for it, off the shelf, and so I thought, well, heck, maybe I can learn how to do some bronze casting and make the parts myself. It's doable and it's a lot of fun, so I'm glad you're joining us. Thank you. And then plug in the fan. And it starts going. This is really cool. Okay, what we have here is what I call my guide star pattern. It originated as a covering for the stem head, which is end grain off one of the boats that we're building. And it's a rather small pattern, so I decided to make 2 of them. So we're going to cast 2 at a time here. And I'm going to sprinkle this with what's called parting dust. Alright? The problem is I have my thing upside down, so I could never get it out if I wouldn't turn it right side up. Some sand. And what we're going to do here is we're going to start riddling some loose sand right over this, just by putting it through this box that has a piece of fencing, screening on the bottom of it, just to loosen up the sand. And then when I tamp this loose sand around the pattern, it's going to conform to the shape of all the pattern, no matter how intricate it is. So this is pretty cool. You can cut now. I'm going to turn it over very gently so all the sand doesn't fall out. And I'm going to take the bottom board off, and you can see that I've got the patterns in place with the little sprue, the runner in here. So now I'm going to take the drag portion, the coke portion of the mold, and place it on top. I'm going to clamp it together here. Fill this one with sand as well. Only this time I'm going to put in this device, which is called a sprue. Okay, and this is actually creates a hole where the molten metal is going to go through to fill up this this pattern cavity. Oh, I broke my glasses. Anyway, so here we are, and I've got the cope rammed up now with sand. I'm just loosening it, but first of all, since I'm older and can't see too well, I'm going to create a big target for me to pour the molten bronze into. Now, don't forget that the bronze is going to be 2,000 degrees or thereabouts. And since it's a demo here, I'm not going to spend too much time cleaning everything up. So I'm going to wiggle the sprue, and this is shellac coated so that the sand doesn't adhere to it very much. Okay, so you can see the depression in here, I hope. And I've cleaned it up somewhat, tamped the sand around it here, and get it as clean as possible. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it apart, because we can't pour the molten metal in there the way it is. We have to take the patterns out so that the metal has someplace to go. So that one came out pretty nicely, and hopefully this one will too. And then, let's see, I better be quiet and pay attention. They make all kinds of devices to blow the loose sand out of here, but now I'm going to put the coke back onto the drag, and I'm going to clamp these together again. school, we learned how to make our own furnace, and out of a 5-gallon metal can with some magic material that withstands all the heat. And it's really, really cool. Also, in having to do this work, it afforded me the opportunity of doing some blacksmithing. And I'd never done blacksmithing before, and so I made these ingot tongs, which are really cool and not a bad job, I might say. And then I made this crucible tong. Okay, here we go.
Well, how hot is that down there?
2,000 degrees.
Nice grip.
So, there you have it, buddy.
So how long do you let it sit?
So let's give this a couple of minutes anyway. So here we go. Okay. So you can see our patterns here are pretty good, it looks like, so far. And I'm going to loosen up some of the sand around it, and then hopefully it'll pop out. Okay. After I shake up. So, it looks like we got a pretty decent pour. There aren't too many pits in it, okay, and this stuff here can all be sanded out. And we use these as sort of a giveaway now, as appreciation to our customers. So, I just want to once again thank the people at Wooden Boat School. They taught me how to make all the devices seen here, and it was a very well-run program, and I enjoy staying up there. And my son Chris, who's behind the camera, he also took a course there on basic design from Paul Gartside, and I think he gained a lot of insight into boat building on that and boat design. So until next time, Kurt Rauscher, Captain Kurt here. See you later.